Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer. I'm going to add this into any of my videos that I've made before I've changed my plans. So basically what it boils down to, you've probably noticed that this video came out earlier than expected, like 1 week. Even though I said it's going to be a bi-weekly series. You also noticed that the opening changed. That's because I just felt like that's a better way for the Duel series, because now I'm going to at least try to make it a weekly thing, and the budget is technically out the window, which doesn't mean that I'm gonna make like one video where I buy like 3 gajillion booster boxes just for one card. The maximum stuff that I'm gonna buy is like maybe a booster box, or like 2 tins and a few packs, or just all packs depending on what I need. So yeah, just so you know, I don't have a set budget anymore, just like a rough estimation of what I can buy at the maximum. So yeah, now let's get on with the video.
Hey guys, Ultima here again with my second episode of Sealed Only. This time, as I mentioned last week, not last week, I mean 2 weeks ago, sorry, I'm gonna unbox 3 packs of Duel Showdown, and I'm also gonna, for the first time, for Sealed Only, because, you know, we only used 3 structure decks and Duel those data before, we got 3 packs of 2018 Megatin. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 packs of Duel Overload. To hopefully get us an evolution pill. I really need an evolution pill from this. Like, you don't even believe. Like, evolution pill's gonna help us a lot. And from Mega Pack 18, I wouldn't mind pulling a Dragonic Diagram, and I wouldn't mind pulling an Overtax, because Overtax is a, easier to get searcher for your pills than Archosaur, because Archosaur is a €30 reprint right now. So let me just get started with one of Duel Showdown, and we'll check out what cards we need from this. Because in the final build, Duel is not going to be like as prevalent. I know I said I'm going to play Dino Duels, but it's only going to be for like a short period until I have all the True King stuff. So yeah, for now we're going to play Duel Dinos. Later on it's mostly going to be an engine with just 3 Duel fusions and a beast and maybe a dragon. Or maybe just 1 beast, depending on what. I've asked around some people that know about how to play Duel Dinos and True King Dinos, because True King and Duel is more of an engine for the deck than actually the main focus. The main focus will always remain, dinosaurs. So yeah, without further ado, I'm not gonna ramble on along too much, because we still need to get into duels later on. So yeah, I'm gonna open up one of these, like last time, and I'm gonna open up the other 2 off screen. So yeah, give me a sec. Well, I'm gonna do it on screen this time so you can actually see me open it. Okay, so open that up. We got 1 playmat. Ah, come on. I fucking hate this little lash here. I understand why they put it in, but whatever. Oof, sorry, hit my camera. Gotta do a little repositioning. Okay, there we go. And I think somewhere there's an easy... Yeah, here. I didn't see that on my last deck. I didn't know if it was like a factory error that it didn't have it. But one of my decks didn't have it. The others were relatively easy to open, but... yeah. So, come on. Okay, let me get rid of that. Put these to the side. And here we go, we got the Duel structure deck. Starting off with 1 Duel Grista. It's a fire. It's a fire Duel, so it also requires a fire monster. So we can play this in our deck because we have Miscellaneous Stars as a fire monster, and later on this could be a decent Super Poly target with Dogoran, but since we do not have Dogoran yet, I don't know if we're gonna actually use Grista in this. In our first build, we're probably gonna play Epcalone, because Epcalone is a permanent negation, and if it's into the graveyard, I can add a Duel card from my deck or graveyard to my hand. Then discard a card, so this can get some dinos into our grave, and also add a Duel fusion to our hand. Then we have Duel Construct. Definitely playing this in our deck, because it's a light fusion. We can thus use our Conductor Tyranno to summon this. Quadra Duel Chaos. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play this. Wendy might be playing this in our early builds because this can special summon out a Shadow monster from our deck. And also, if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, i.e. Fusion or whatever else, you can special summon one Shadow monster from your deck. So whatever happens, this is a free special summon. Ariel is gonna be our side deck support because this is a triple DD Crow. Rushadol into Incarnation. Might be playing this in our main deck for a bit because you can send this to grave with our constructs, and with that we can then activate it from grave to either change one of our monsters face down to face down. Oh well, and we can change a face down monster we control to face up, or a face up monster our opponent controls to face down. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. Next up we got Winda, our main floodgate for this deck. Definitely playing at least one in our final build. And Shekinaga. Because we run a lot of Earth monsters in this deck, we can also run Shekinaga, so that's good. Shadow Fusion. Definitely running 3 of this in our final build. And we are obviously running 3 of these in our current build once we get to it. And we got Shadow Falco, Shadow Hedgehog, Shadow Squamata. So all the generic Shadow stuff in this is Squamata. Dragon. As I said before, Dragon, and Beast. Dragon and Beast are the ones we're probably gonna play in our final build as an engine, because we only need like 1 or 2 Shadows in our actual deck. Shadow Hound, Shadow Sephranaga, Shadow Sephracore. Like Luster Soldier in my beginning, we could play this, but I don't know. Not sure, maybe later. Lava Golem. It's kind of a kaiju. It is kind of a kaiju. We can play this on our opponent's side of the field. Dark Arm Dragon, alright. Fairy Tale Sleeper, I don't know. Performance Trick Clown, maybe. Maybe you're gonna put this in the main deck so we can play Construct. Without having to use our Conductor, Armageddon Knight, Felice, Electromagnetic Turtle, Mathematician. It's alright. Curry Bandit, Pero Cerberus, Curse of the Shadow Prison, Shadow Fusion. Might be running this in an early build, but as I said in the final build, we're not gonna totally focus on the Shadow stuff, so yeah, Nef Shadow Fusion, maybe. Super Polymerization, always good to have, and then Instant Fusion's also good. Allure of Darkness, Foolish Burial, definitely playing this. Living Fossil is essentially Monster Reborn, so maybe we're gonna play this. Pot of Avarice is good. Twin Twisters, we already have a playset, but you know, more the merrier. Shadow Core, Sinister Shadow Games, Shadow Aeon, Lost Wind. We already got Lost Wind from our Duel Devastator, but I think with this we can actually play a playset of it in a side deck. Unending Nightmare. Might be playing this. Necro Fusion. I don't know. Subterra Succession. El Shadow Wendigo. El Shadow Anoia Tilis. And Shadow Construct. I mean, and then just our random ass cards. So yeah, we probably like anything that's hollow in here. So yeah, these and our Wendy, Ariel, the Trap, and these 2, as well as our Shadow Fusion, probably gonna go into the deck because it's just the good stuff. That's why it's hollow. Like, it's the most played stuff of the deck. So yeah, that's it for our Shadow decks. So now let's get into our booster packs. I'm gonna go... What should I open up first? You know, because it's less boosters but more cards in it, I'm gonna go with the Mega Packs first. So we have 3 Mega Pack boosters, so let's open them up. Come on. I know I'm a little bit rough with opening packs, but whatever. Okay, so for our first pack, we have 1 Twilight Club. Okay, switch Light Swords. Emerging Emergency Rescued Rescue, okay. You reveal 3 these monsters from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 for you to add to your hand and shuffle the rest back into your deck. Okay. Double Resonator. Dark World Brainwashing. Beckoned by the World Chalice. World Legacy Landmark. Motivating Captain. If the World Chalice Priestess. I don't know. Altergeist Milliseek. Oh, Topologic Bomber Dragon. We already have one from our Duel Devastator, but it's a secret, so that's a rarity bump. Contact C, FA Turbocharger, Fall of the Archfiend, Ojama Duo, Mech Knight Green Horizon, FA Off-Road Grand Prix. Let me sort this a little bit. So we got these, nothing else we can really use other than maybe the Topologic Bomber, but that's a secret, so that's nice. Next pack. Okay, we got a artifact Vajra. What does it do? Because I know that Lancia is good, but I don't know what Vajra does. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap zone as a spell. During your opponent's turn, this set card and this is destroyed in your special summon it. If this card special summon during your opponent's turn, destroy cards in your draft spell zone. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special this card from your hand. So I guess this is like an extender. Infinity Patriarch, Gravity Lash, World Legacy's Heart, Harry Knights, Bow Baboon, Glory of the Noble Knights, Overtax Quadless. Nice. This is like the main card we wanted from this, so yes. Overtax Quadless. Yes. Definitely going into deck, putting us to the side right now. Majesty Maiden, the True Director Caster. You don't know, like this card in conjunction with Shadows can get us into our Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That is awesome. So, we got Majesty Maiden, the True Director Caster. Okay, to tribute on his card, contribute any continuous spell under control, blah 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 blah. Ultra Polymerization, what does that do? Pay 2 life points, summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using 2 monsters you control fusion materials. Now your player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. You could banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 fusion monster that fusion summon with this card's effect. Special summon all the fusion materials used for fusion summon from your graveyard, but change their attack and defense to 0. Also, they have their effects negated. I mean, we could play Ultra Poly, but I'm a think about it. So, Mecha Fender Beast Raitan, Muscle Medic, Mech Knight Orange Sunset, so we got some Mech Knight cards. Road Legacy Pawns, Link Restart, Die Dance, and adds it for our second pack, but like for real, like this pull is great. Like we needed Overtax Quadless so badly, you don't even know. Like Archer Sword is the only alternative for searching out our pills, and now we have with the first couple boosters. Like I was afraid that I'd have to open up a billion of those freaking 2018 mega packs to get a Quadless, but I still need the diagram. So yeah, come on. Still need a diagram for the True King stuff, but until we actually have Agnimazut from the Structure deck or Lithosagim from Toon Chaos, I'm obviously gonna open up Toon Chaos one because that's probably the easiest way you can pull them. Chosen by the World Chalice, Small Universe, Zombina, Stack Reviver, Goki Hatbat, Descendant of Thunder, World Legacy Discovery, Pendulum Mucho, okay, it's okay. Trickstar Black Catbat. Oh, Mythical Beast Master Cerberus. I think that's a decent enough card for Pendulum, and like it's one of the more expensive cards, I believe. But since we don't play Pendulums, this is kind of shit for us. Mayong Munya Maidens, Watnetic Puppeteer, Amazon's Pet Liger, Flame Administrator, and Flick Clown. So yeah, I mean, I guess we made some decent pulls. Like Mythical Beast Master Cerberus is alright from pricing, and like I said, like with cards that we don't need, we could probably sell them for not really budget for the videos, but you know, like having like I don't mind having extra money. Okay, so next up we have Dual Overload. Come on. No, let's open up. Come on. There you go. We really want to see either like one of the short prints and oh, why are they so fucking warped? Okay, we got Ancient Ballista, Vanity's Ruler, Malefic Territory, Ferocious Flame Swordsman, and Scrap Orpho. So not really that good of a pack. Next up, Cyber Dragon Infinity pack. Really hope we get something out of this that we can actually use. Okay, we got Celine, Queen of the Master Magicians. What does she do? Blah 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 blah. If we ran, I mean we kind of run spellcasters with this because of Shadows, but I don't know. Return. You can remove 3 spellcasters from special summon a spellcaster from your hand or graveyard. Okay. Yes. Double evolution pill. Yes. This is. Yes. We have our pill. We have our pill. We have a quadless. We have a pill that we can search with quadless. Oh my god. Okay, some more. Like, still though, like, oh my god. Like, this is for first booster openings. That's good. Oh. So next we have some more Bird of Sovereignty, Bloom Harmonist, the Melodious Composer, and Phantasm Emperor Trilojig. I'm gonna just put all the Duelist stuff on the same pile. And that's Devastator, I mean Duel Overload. Ah, they have such similar names. Come on. Oh. That's funny. Look. 5-headed Link Dragon from a 5-headed Link Dragon pack. Alright. So a 5-headed Link Dragon, Herald of Mirage Lights. I mean, that's a decent, relatively generic Link 2. What does he do again? Send Fairy, blah blah blah. I don't have fairies. Malefic Divide, Water Giraffe, and DDD Abyss King Gilgamesh. Alright. Still have 3 more packs to go. Oh, we have Phantasme. Let's go with the Flame Swordsman pack. Alright, we got a Tiny Spirit Sahasrara. Don't know if he's like rare or anything, because I don't really focus on Tenny. We have another Samorg, Alien Shock Trooper M-Frame, Dark Amphileon Dragon, and Raid Raptor Vistrix. I mean, those are like decent enough pulls for other decks, but for the one we need right now, I mean, we got the 2 cards that we really wanted from these sets. I still need Dragonic Diagram, so I'm probably gonna go back for more Mega Pack 2018. Okay, oops, forgot to open it up on screen. With Sky Striker, a Seek, Mystical Space Typhoon. Okay. Malefic Selector, Ojama Emperor, okay. And Malefic Paradox Gear. So still no major cards from this other than our Evolution Pill and our Overtax that we can really use. Okay, I think, was that all our packs? 3, 4, 5... Oh wait, no, we have the 6th one here. Alright. Oh! Union Carrier! Union Carrier is good! We can run this. We can run Union Carrier, but we don't have any targets for it yet. Hysteric Signs. Oh. Oh my god, in the same pack we got Union Carrier and we got double Evo Pill. Oh my god, that's a second. That's all the Evo Pills we need. I don't want to play free. Oh. And we got our Union Carrier. Oh my god. This is... Okay, now this saved it. This saved the opening. I mean, from price, I mean, like, from the stuff we actually need, we obviously were done with these 2. But, like, Union Carrier is a great card, and this one is in English. And now, for you guys, you always have English cards, unless you live in, like, another country, but I'm in Germany, so getting English cards is always nice. So, yeah, we got a Union Carrier. I already have a Union Carrier for a other deck that I'm still waiting for a card for until I do my first, you know, real-life deck profile. But yeah, Union Carrier. Might be running this just as a generic Link 2 target, but for now, we got our 2 Evo Pills. That is fantastic. And we got our Quadless. And we obviously got the stuff from our Shadow deck. So, yeah, I'm gonna start swapping out cards from my main deck and building a Shadow deck. Well, Shadow Dino deck. And I'll see you guys in a second. Alright. Now we finished building our second build for the deck with Shadows. So let's start off with the main deck. We play 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. obviously this is, as I mentioned in the last video, this is our main boss monster for this deck, or at least for now, until we have True King of all Calamities. Really hope I pull him. I've made some preparations for future videos, by the way. Quick announcement, while I was building the deck, I changed my mind about the budget, because this is a bi-weekly series, or at least I will try and make it bi-weekly. I raised the budget from 50 to 60 because, you know, most YouTubers make a €30/$30 budget per week because they can go to locals and stuff. Because I cannot really go to locals, I'm gonna make the budget like €60. If I'm able to do it weekly, I can also lower to 30, but right now it's still bi-weekly. So yeah, now it's 60, but you know, like any leftover money from this, like this is the first, like the second, this is the second video where the €50 budget, so that doesn't really, you know, increase the budget in the next video by like €10. I'm not gonna do that. But no, whatever. Let's stop rambling. Our next video is the one quadlist we pulled in this video. This is really good. Now we can actually search our evolution pills and get our conductor out faster, which is also the reason why we only play 2 of them now. We play the 1 Pancratops as usual. We play 3 Oviraptor. It's our main searcher for this deck still. He's also our main combo piece with Lost World. Next up we have 3 miscellaneous sources. Same as before, we can use it to protect our dinos and also to get out a Petit Pteranodon, which will get us our Pancratops or any dino that we need. We can also use them, obviously, to get out a Giant Rex once we have a Giant Rex. Then the 3 copies of Baby. Yeah, just, you know, good destruction fodder for our ultimate conductor Tyranno. Once we have the True King engine in this deck, and made the Shadol stuff smaller, obviously, because, you know, we cannot have a major Shadol engine in the final deck. But in the final True King combo, we're gonna need the 3 babies. So for now, yeah, we're gonna keep playing 3 babies. If I notice that 3 babies are more bricky, I'm going to, you know, cut it down to 1 baby. No, not to 1 baby, I mean, cut down 1 baby to make it 2 babies. But yeah, like our last baby is our Petit Pteranodon, obviously. Like I said, to get out our Pancratops from deck. Then for our Shadol package, we got 1 Shadol Beast, 2 Squamata. Because of Squamata, we can also send any of our other Shadows to the grave. So if you have a Squamata in our hand to use a Shadow Fusion in case our opponent doesn't play extra deck monsters, we can just send Squamata to the grave to get our Shadow Beast effect off, or our Dragon, or any other effect other than Squamata. That is why we play 2 Squamata. That's the only Shadow we play 2 of. We play 1 Dragon for spell and trap removal. We play 1 Wendy so we can have an extra special summon. We will go over a combo with Wendy later. Then we got the 1 Ariel, it's part of the combo with Wendy, but we can also use her effect when she's sent to the graveyard as a triple DD Crow. Then we got 1 Trick Clown for the Construct summon. Also, it's just a free body on the board. Then we got 1 Gamma Seal still. Once we have our Soul Burner decks, which I've already ordered, by the way, so I always, I don't know if I mentioned in the first episode or in the last recording. It's been a little bit because I was still like testing around with this deck to see how many of which Shadol I should play, because I had no idea how to play Shadols. Like I ordered like a bunch of stuff. I always make it so that I have the stuff ready for the video, so I can make it and you know, release it. So then I have 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Effect Veiler, and 1 Ghost Ogre still. Once we have our Soul Burner structure decks and unboxed it, we will obviously play 3 Ash Blossom instead of the mixed jumble here. Like in some situations it's helpful, in others it's not that much. So that's it for our monsters. Now for our spells, we got the 3 Lost Worlds. It's, you know, it's the best field spell in our deck right now. It's the only field spell rather, and it's needed for our Oviraptor combo, so we maxed out on our Lost World. Once we have a diagram, we're gonna cut out 1 Lost World for a diagram, but that's gonna probably take a while because diagram is, I believe, short printed, but I could be wrong. Then we got our 2 Evo pills that we pulled this episode. I still can't believe we actually managed to pull 2. I know that it's just a regular ultra rare in the set, but still, pulling 2 of the same ultra rare in just a handful of packs that I don't even know if they're from the same box, because you know, I bought them as singular packs. Still insane. So we got the 2 Evo pills to get out our Tyranno. Then we got free Fossil Dig. Pretty much obvious why we play this. It's times 3. It's not once per turn. We can get all our dinos with that, or at least like most of our dinos that we actually need to play the combos. With our Shadow spells, we got 3 copies of Shadow Fusion. We can both use this with our Shadow monsters in hand with our dinos. Like for example with Overtext and the Shadow, we can get out our window. And then get a pill to summon out our Ultimate Conductor with the monster sent to the grave with Shadow Fusion. But if our opponent plays any extra deck monster, like if he just summons a Linkuriboh, we'll be able to use the Shadow Fusion, get out a Winda, get out a Construct, depending on what we want to do, to make a lot of plays. So now we have 1 copy of El Shadow Fusion. The reason I only play 1 of them is because it's not as good as the regular Shadow Fusion, obviously, because the Shadow Fusion can summon from deck. But in certain situations, you know, like an extra El Shadow Fusion in a battle phase, because it is a quick play spell. That's the one thing it has that that Shadow Fusion does not, is that it's a quick play spell. So we can use it in a battle phase. And our last 3 cards in the deck is 1 Terraforming, searching our field spell, 1 Foolish Burial from the Shadow deck, so now we can actually send monsters from the deck to grave if we want to. We can use that to send our Shadows to grave, to use their graveyard effects. We can use that to send our Overtext to grave to get a pill. So yeah. And the last card is 1 Rush Shadow Incarnation for a combo. It's also a Monster Reborn for our Shadows, but you know, we mostly use this for a combo I'm going to go over in a second. Then we got our side deck. I still have 1 aerial in there from a previous build because I didn't know what else to put in there, so I just have an extra aerial just in case. Then we got our graveyard package. We got our Ghost Bell, our Lancia, and our Silent Graveyard. Got the 1 Mind Control, 1 Cyclone, 2 Twister. Once we have 3 Cyclones, we will obviously ditch these 2 for Cyclones, because Cyclone is just better because it can also banish, and if we play against cards like Outlich, it's better to banish them than destroy them, because if we destroy them, then we're just giving our opponent the graveyard effects. Then I'm playing 2 Super Polys, because we have plenty of monsters that take different attributes in this deck that we can use. So for example, we can fuse our El Shadow Winda using 1 of our Shadows and a Dark Monster from our opponent with a Super Poly. Then we have 1 Different Dimension Ground. This helped us in a previous duel against somebody with Tyranno, but in most cases it's just a disruption to prevent your opponent from making more plays if they really rely on the graveyard. 1 Dimensional Barrier to play against literally any extra deck monsters other than Lynx, I believe. Focus. Come on, focus. Okay, it's literally anything other than Lynx summons, so yeah, we got Dimensional Barrier. Then we got 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance, sorry. Very focused. Then we got 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Names already tells us all, it's against spell cards. So our opponent and us obviously are forced to only set spell cards and then only be able to activate them the next turn. Then we have 1 Wiretap for trap negation. Then also we have 1 red reboot for when we play against traps. Now for our extra deck, this one had probably the most changes. We still have our 3 egg tokens, obviously, that's never gonna change. We have our 2 Shadow Constructs. I played 2 because we have, you know, we can't play 2 in this, but we technically just need 1 for the combo that we're gonna go over in a second. Then we got 2 Windas. This is a really good floodgate. A lot of people cannot play over Winda, so once it hits the field, our opponent can pretty much do nothing if we destroy their entire board with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which happens a lot with this deck. Then we got 1 App Cologne. I was thinking about playing more than 1 App Cologne, but since we only play, you know, 2 Shadows, which I mean, we could play 2 App Cologne on this, but I don't know. Still thinking about ratios. I guess I could switch 1 of my other monsters for another App Cologne. But right now we play the 1 App Cologne, then we play the 2 Shekinaga. This is for our Earth monsters, obviously. It's the negates. So, yeah. If we have an extra Shadow Fusion or something in our hand, we can use it to negate something.
Then we got a summon negate with our Grista. We can summon him with our Miscellaneousaurus. And for our Synchros that we still cannot play because we don't have a YOLO, we got Trishula and Vermilion Dragon Mech. Just placeholders. Well, Trishula is not a placeholder, but Vermilion Dragon Mech is one. Then we got our one Tornado and one Abyss. Spell removal and Graveyard negation. Then I won Skull Dread. I wish I had a Borlo Dragon. I might try to get one of Rocket Revolt to get a Borlo Dragon, because the combo I'm gonna go over is really useful to get into a Link 4. Then we got our one Union Carrier. Pretty much just put it in because I am so happy we actually pulled this card, even though I never intended to play this in the final build. So yeah, this is pretty much just here until we have something else, so it's a placeholder, but, you know, Union Carrier is a short print. I just really like the short print, and, you know, having the card in here is just, you know. So that's it for the profile. I will go over the combos in a second. Alright, here's our final scores. It was not that good. We got 3 wins and 5 losses, which leads to a complete total of 6 wins and 10 losses, which is not bad, but I mean, okay, it's good for how our deck looks right now, with you know, just mostly being comprised of structure deck cards. I definitely need to practice the Dino combos more, because I somewhat know the combos, but I'm still missing all, you know, the combo pieces like Giant Rex, like Dracaiolo, VFD, True Kings, etc, etc. So yeah, hopefully we will see an improvement once we get all the cards that we need for our combos. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!